discusses these kind of topics. What happens when somebody gets blocked? What happens if somebody gets the question mark or the exclamation mark on their profile? What happens? All these things get answered in these town halls. They happen every Sunday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. I really encourage everybody to tap in.
And you don't have to. And you don't have to jump in this app with both feet. Like, you don't have to jump in this app with both feet. Like, if you're an artist or if you're a publicist or whatever, you can kind of like fade to the side and see how this shit is operating before you jump in with both feet and then end up on somebody's platform.
Intentionality. Everything comes
Maddie,
back to
I think Maddie has small equity in Clubhouse. I ain't going to no fucking town hall to listen to shit these niggas is saying.
Bro,
like, fuck bro, that. I want nigga, you in the town hall, you in our room. Tell us what the fuck they saying over there. We don't want to go hear what they saying.
Listen, Paul and Rohan, they sent me a message on the app, like it was like a
see, Maddie had invited me early to Clubhouse, and I was ignoring all his shit. And then finally, I got on. I know why you was bringing me up, because you know I got a big mouth and I'm gonna talk about shit. You are working with the op. I want to know what is happening.
He turned informer.
No, listen,
Maddie, for the record, I go to the town hall meetings just for the record.
Yo,
thank you.
Go ahead, Maddie. What were you getting ready to say?
Nah, so yeah. I was just on here earlier establishing myself, trying to figure out how I want to move and operate, and more importantly, how I wanted my people to move and operate, so we can be able to, one, create some type of impact, generate some value, and be able to monetize our investment on this app. We spend a lot of time on this app. So because of the things I was moving and shaking on this app, Paul, Rohan, and Stephanie from Clubhouse, they reached out to me and they gave me early access to monetization, early access to seeing analytics. I'm able to see how many people are actually coming in the room, in and out. Like certain things that you guys can't see right now, get access to. And I only received that opportunity because I was in here with intentionality. That's which is what I want to bring it back to. Intentionality. Knowing why we're on this app, whether it's to share value, receive value, or a hybrid of both. And anything I receive on the back end as far as information, I always come in rooms like this with people I know to share those details so we can be able to capitalize off of it.
Well, Maddie, I want you to speak on how we could capitalize on that.
Yeah, we're literally dropping a course next week on every aspect.
We don't want the course. We don't want the course. Tell us now.
no, Marquis, you
always trying to sell some shit. Maddie, you always trying to sell some shit. This is the room.
I ain't trying to sell nothing. Y'all ain't never see me sell nothing.
This is a room where we're talking about shit in real time. I'm not scheduling no fucking Clubhouse consultation. I'm not reading stats. Let's have the conversation here. Fuck all that.
I'm with Jason, man.
Realizing with that situation? Go ahead.
This nigga came in here selling e-courses. We trying to get in real time.
Need that free.
But the problem is, bro, is all these people are going in and out of these rooms, and they're not even tapped in what we were just talking about 5 minutes ago. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, here's how we fix the issue. Let's stop answering those dumbass questions for people who are late to the party and just keep the conversation progressive. But look, the information is right here because we're right here. I don't need to go read message boards, and I don't need to go Google shit. I'm busy making money. I want to know right now, if I say some shit that will it get Selena Hill in trouble because she referred me? That's what I want to know. If the answer is go to a class,
no, the answer is hell no. That ain't gonna happen. That's been discussed so many times. No, you're not affected if somebody gets blocked that you referred to this app. It doesn't have nothing to do with you at all.
They also addressed the whole nomination thing in the town hall today, talking about they're trying to figure out how long your name will stay on their profile, because a lot of people have been asking about it. So it's something that's on the table.
Yeah, they're discussing that matter as we speak, for sure. But most people ain't talking about the block feature. When you get blocked, it's crazy. Say I block Jason, right? That means any room that I'm in, he won't see it. And if he tries to come in, it's going to give him an error that this room does not exist, even though it exists. So if I block somebody, or even Joe Budden, I'll use Joe Budden. If Joe Budden blocks somebody on Clubhouse, they might as well delete the app because they're not going to be able to see most of the rooms in the apps. Matter of fact, he just came in as I
Speaking
said.
Of Joe Budden.
He's not going to be able to see.
Joe spoke him up.
Because in the
That was wild.
That's crazy.
To the people.
Yeah, I've seen it happen, man. I've seen it happen. Somebody I blocked.
But that's messed up. That's not.
But what
they're giving so much power. That's tilting the axis too far.
Yeah, they're discussing that right now.
And that's what Jason is saying. Like, he's
that's a
speaking
fact.
for what the people are saying. I'm running rooms where I'm not a celebrity.
I agree.
And
It makes sense.
a college professor, but I'm in rooms with 500 and 600 and 700 people only because of whoever I done clicked up with. And the people are saying they want a voice. They don't want to sit there, listen to celebrities, grilled cheese and sandwiches, and just sitting in the
Yo,
audience.
speaking of celebrities, grilled cheese, and bring Joe Budden up on stage, man. I already brought Joe up, but let me just reset the room so we know what we're talking about, because there's a lot of people joining, and some of y'all are talking about shit that nobody cares about. What we're talking about is celebrities who are fucking up the Clubhouse because they're getting overly sensitive with their shit getting out there, because they're laying behind the hope and expectation that we keep shit private. The academics conversation with Meek Mill is an example.
I just had to get some.
Hold on. And if you listen, if you ain't talking, go on mute, or you going back to the audience. Hold on. Let me send somebody back now. Hold on. Okay, cool. Somebody, you gonna get sit back to the audience if you just out here with your speaker off. So if Joe wants to speak, go ahead, Joe. I mean, he be saying whatever he wants to say anyway. So, what do you think?
What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, girl, I'm about to just figure out what they're talking about in this group.
I mean, I just got in here, but I mean,
let him breathe. Yo, every room, as soon as Joe come in, they grilling him quick.
Maddie, shut the hell up. You might do your room the way you want to do your room, nigga. I bring anybody up and ask them anything right out the gate if that's what I want to do. Stop. That's the problem with y'all niggas on Clubhouse. Everybody is so fucking sensitive about how the fuck to use it. Nigga, run your rooms the way you want to run your rooms. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can say, what I can report.
You're 100% right.
Fuck? You got me fucked up. Come on, Maddie. You already know you're talking to the wrong one with that. I do what I want in my rooms. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Joe, go ahead.
I think you moved into the audience.
You gotta bring him back on stage.
Bring him back to the audience.
Maybe he doesn't want to talk.
Oh, go ahead. Listen.
Yo, I don't want no beef with nobody in here. Salute to the stage. If I just got here, if I think I'm understanding this topic right, are we talking about the people that have a problem with the recordings going out? Or is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The whole Meek Mill academic shit that went public, and now Meek is saying the app is basically, it should be private. Everything we say here is private. My thing is, the internet is not fucking private. Whether you're on social media, wherever you at, if you talking and it's in the public, whatever the rules may be with that platform, niggas is gonna always go out and share what you're talking about.
Yeah, the internet has never been a safe space, and though those are the rules of the app, and at one time they were doing a good job enforcing those rules. I mean, last night wasn't the first time it happened. It happened with the Tory Lane shit. It happened. You know the rooms that it's gonna happen in. I wanted to get on stage last night and just remind everybody, y'all know this is going out first thing in the morning, maybe an hour later. So I mean, if niggas is on here getting to talking and chit chatting, then it's the same point that 21 was trying to make last night when he was saying we gonna blame the niggas that actually put a light on it, or we gonna blame the niggas that's doing it. So.
Right, and the point of, if I'm in the room, I'll be honest with you, I don't get on Clubhouse looking for shit, and I'm not, even if I find shit, I'm not looking for it. I'm not recording it. I don't even know how to screen record, honestly. So that's part of the problem. And just because I'm in a room, or Joe's in a room, or those of us that have platforms are in a room, our intentions are not to record your shit. It's getting recorded by the person who wants to get my attention, Joe's attention, Angie's attention at the Shade Room. So they're sending the shit, and it's gonna get out whether we put it out or not. So I don't know where the sensitivity is coming from, but like, if you don't like your public conversations getting private, you should go back to your basement where you're recording the album that nobody's going to buy and stay there with that shit. But it ain't going to be here on Clubhouse because people are going to talk about it.
Facts.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
So I wanted to say, someone mentioned earlier that it's likely that the app themselves are probably recording these conversations. And I think you should probably assume that not only are the app creators themselves recording these conversations, but they're probably taking these stories, taking those recordings and pitching them to the media. Because, I mean, look at it. There's all these giant stars that are fighting with each other on their platform in a room that's attracting 5,000 people. If this is a juicy story, what went on last night, I think, you should assume I think what's going on here is a lack of acknowledgement of the way that PR works from people that are saying that you shouldn't be recording. And I think there's a lack of acknowledgement of that people have choices. There are all these different options. There are private rooms. People are accountable, and they should be mature adults that can make their own decisions. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to be someone that says, oh, hey, I'm going to pitch a story. I'm going to try to make myself, they know what they're doing. They're going into these rooms and they're just like, I'm going to make myself look like this strong man that's taking down academics. And I'm going to be this person that's trying to present myself a certain way and trying to get this story across to 5,000 people that are watching. But at the same time, they don't want people to hold them accountable and to hear when they say something that is off base or put them in a bad light. You don't get to have it both ways.
And I'll add on that and say, as somebody who owns a platform, when was the last time we had this much conversation about DJ academics, right? If I get into a fight with somebody in an app, you think if I get a copy of that recording, I'm not going to tell Angie to run it? Of course. Like, I mean, come on now. Don't be so naive. I think there's a lot of people in here who don't know how media works, who are getting caught up in the naivete of the whole conversation, right? If you have a conversation in public, niggas is going to use it to their benefit. And everybody out here, for the most part, not the people that already have it, but a lot of people and some people that do have it are looking for clout. Like some people, they're not being talked about because coronavirus, Trump, and all that other shit is dominating the headlines, or Tory shooting Meg, right? So they looking for something to throw their name in the story and in the headlines. So I'm not going to get caught up in that shit. You know what I mean? I look at it like, if you say something cool, fuck it. If it goes public, fuck it. What's the next conversation?
Hey, can I interject real quick?
As well, afterwards.
Go ahead, Kodak first, and then T.
When we're talking about how, the rooms are set up and, you can say something and, people may be looking for clout or whatever. I think people, for one part of it is, when we're having conversations in the room, like I am in the rooms with Meezy a lot of times, and everybody in there, celebrity or not, big name or small name, they kind of know each other already. So those conversations can go from personal with maybe 30 people in attendance to a big conversation that everybody would want to be a part of real quick with the flip of the switch. So I think we also, like, you of course you're on the app, you're going to get recorded, but the conversation can change so quick to where you're talking about something normal to something that, but they got the option to pull their bed buddy into a private room. Why the fuck do y'all want to keep the conversation? If this room started out as 200 people, now it's almost 1,200 people. If I know 1,200 people's in the room, my conversation, I have the choice to change my conversation from when there were 200 to 1,200. But if I choose to keep riding niggas' dick in the room because I know somebody's gonna write about it, guess what? Don't be a bitch when it's written about. All this sensitivity on social media is crazy. Exactly. People aren't really thinking on like as quick as you may think in those situations. That's what I'm
okay. Well, guess what? Then their dumbass needs to go and get media training and get the fuck out of my room because I'm gonna keep the conversation moving.
Man, Jason is hitting the nail on the head. So why should I be responsible for your ignorance? You need to rise to the occasion and learn to be tactful and use wisdom in these type of spaces. That's not my problem.
They go to publicists now doing their pitch. Listen, this shit, the app was made so motherfuckers could come in here and have a little talk, and niggas, this shit not supposed to get out.
Point blank. Then get another app.
That's what we about to do. We finna make a
but wait, how do you get a private? They can still do it with the private room. They don't have to do it in a public room.
Exactly. And I think it's very important to understand that these celebrities are also going to use this as an opportunity for redemption. As we saw with Tory, when that first recording came out, he laid low for a very long time with that scarlet letter on his profile. And then he used the opportunity with DJ Academics last night to, kind of reclaim space because people kind of made it uncomfortable for him to navigate onto the app. And we have to be mindful of the fact that we are some people, not we, but some people are allowing themselves to be baited into this idea that like there's a safe. I don't understand. Like I want somebody to define safety. It's 2020.
Well, you wait, hold on, Kamiko. You guys do realize that they're using us as test dummies for this app the same way they're using these dumb niggas for the vaccine, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what we're all a part of their beta process. The other thing too is that if you are a sensitive person, social media should not be the world that you find yourself spending a lot of time, because people, like, somebody can come up here right now, hurt my feelings, tell me that I'm fat. Well, unless they know I lost 100 pounds, they can say whatever they want to say on this app. I have the choice of being a bitch and letting it hurt me, or not giving a fuck and moving
somebody
on.
pin that shit?
Right.
Can somebody
Wait,
pin?
so
Can
I was
somebody?
supposed to
Can
go
somebody
after
pin that
Kodak.
shit? Can somebody pin that shit? Like social
somebody
media
call
should
me.
not be. Social media should not be a place where you spend all your time. Facts.
Okay.
And it's not made for sensitive people. If you're sensitive,
It ain't made for
you should
sensitive
get the
folks.
fuck off of
I
social
mean,
media.
respectfully.
Did somebody call me?
Wait.
Hold on, Gilly. T was next. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Can I go after T?
Sorry, can I
Yeah,
go
you can
after
go after
T?
T.
Okay,
Go ahead, T.
is it Myasia? Thank you, Myasia.
Yeah, Myasia.
So to Jason's point, I want to point out in that academics room, I really do feel like people knew what was going on, because as if you don't know, Daily Struggle was canceled. And academics even said that he has a pod, because they asked him, what you gonna do next? And he said he has a podcast that he's about to
Daily
come out.
Daily Struggle was canceled when Joe left. Go ahead, continue.
Right. But do you not think that academics knew that people from there, whether they like academics or not, are now going to try to figure out when his podcast is coming out and are going to want to tune in because they think it's going to be more drama, like how that room was going? Like, that was giving him publicity. And the thing is, a lot of people in the industry know, as Jason was saying before, that it doesn't matter what they're saying about you. It just matters that they're talking about you. And so I feel like we don't necessarily even know what I said this already. A lot of us are creating assumptions as to why this app was created. But in reality, unless you created the app or are friends with the creators, we don't know the purpose of why this app was created. They said it was supposed to be like a podcast. Well, unfortunately, a lot of podcasts that get very popular, they're popular because they do spread tea, gossip, and they have information on things that people want to know, whether it be tech, stocks, art, entertainment industry. And honestly, this app has all of the above.
Yo, Jason, bring up Barreline.
Gilly, go ahead.
I love Barreline. I've been trying to meet Barreline. I don't know how to find her. How do I do that?
It's a thousand people in here. Somebody might have to do that.
Yeah, I'm looking for her.
Barreline, raise your hand so I can add you right here. Go ahead and raise your hand, Barreline.
This app is sticky right now.
Hey, can I go after Gilly?
So my point that I just wanted to make is, like, I'm not somebody that's in the industry whatsoever, but I do watch it closely, and it's pretty much the same thing, like, in real life. You know what I mean? Like, people gonna talk shit about you. People gonna always have something to say, but why does that matter? You know what I mean? And honestly, the whole purpose of the app being created as well, it's like, it's what we make of it that really matters than why this white man wanted to sit here and create this app. You know what I'm saying?
To get our intellectual property.
Exactly.
Barreline, can you raise your hand? Because I can't find you. There's too many people in here.
I can't find her either. Does anybody see what row she's on?
I invited Ebro up here. I mean, other people who
bring up
say
Neiman
whatever they
too.
want to say. Who?
Neiman.
Somebody? Okay, I see Neiman. Hold on, is that Neiman? Yeah, that's him. Invite to speak. If you see Barreline, add her. I invited Ebro. People who have no problem saying whatever they want to think. So let's reset the room real quick. The whole conversation started around the whole Meek and academics conversation going public, and people being sensitive about private conversations on a public app being recorded. Now, not just being screen recorded, audio recorded, transcribed, whatever. And I'm saying my position was, and different people have different perspectives. If you say anything in public on a public platform, whether it's in a private room or not, you cannot be mad that it goes public.
Can I speak to T's point that she brought up?
Go ahead while I look for Barreline.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
I just wanted to say that I think what we're missing here is that if people were so concerned about privacy, especially these organizations like social media, they wouldn't exist to begin with, right? And so with Clubhouse, yes, they might have a town hall, which they take questions that were picked directly that they want to actually answer. We don't know what's happening in the boardroom. We don't know what they're actually saying amongst each other. And like T was saying, friends of these people might know, but we as a general public will never really.
Y'all moved her to the audience while she was speaking.
Am I tripping, or did she cut off, or what?
Yeah, I thought that was my
She's in the
phone.
audience now. She got moved to the audience. It seemed like.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, the app has
did
been
it.
glitching because I know I got kicked out the room a couple of times and had
Yeah,
to
it's
leave.
definitely
the rooms
glitching
got
right
real
now.
big and it's glitching.
It's
I
moving
feel
There
like
slow.
she go. There she go. Mika,
I feel like they're
it's on
watching
you.
us. They watching us and shit.
Yeah, the owners of the app don't like our conversation. They doing this shit, and I'm not doing it.
They don't like that I'm going in on the owners. They don't like that I'm going in on
Yo,
who these people are.
Right.
I'm sorry. I knew the minute I was going to speak about them, something was going to happen. But continue, guys.
Did you finish your comment, Nika?
Okay, just keep the conversation moving. Who's next, Maisha?
I was gonna chime in, if I may.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I think that a lot of people do. Okay, so I think a lot of people don't realize, like, no matter what they say, it's going to be public regardless. And also, like, these apps, nobody reads the small print or the little acceptable use policies or nothing. So really, like somebody said, there's no privacy. So if you're going to say what you say, you should accept the fact that it's very possible for it to be public. I think the only people that should be very mindful are people that have like corporate jobs or jobs that know that what they say can get them in trouble. And if you know that that's the case, you shouldn't be on here talking reckless.
Period.
Hi, can I say something?
Yeah, go
Shit,
ahead.
half the people with jobs be on here during their job.
Hi, sorry. Hi, my name is Ayo. I think like one of the things that this presents is how human beings interface with technology. So it's like this is the first time ever we've had a situation whereby you're speaking and you're kind of almost like live streaming you're speaking. And so I think a lot of it's kind of like one of these kind of teething issues that we would have whereby people feel like, oh, I'm having a phone conversation because you're just kind of talking to a screen. And they are not yet like cognizant of the fact that like they're speaking on social media that's recorded. And like I think
this is not new.
Like the tension.
This is not new. That's like saying that's like saying if I post on my Instagram and I only have 5 followers, I don't understand why it went viral. We live in a world when you put shit out publicly, whether you got 5 followers or 5.
Is he going out?
Is he going out?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you
Hold on. To the tech. Wait, hold on.